I was looking for you. We're gonna start out with the invocation from Hal Palmer.
I just realized that your introduction, I forgot to say, by the power invested in me by Cindy Sessions. Okay, Heavenly Father, thank you very much for this meeting, friends. As I reflect back on my 40-some years in this club, I think of the greats that have come through this club. And it also bless the new greats that are coming to this club at this point. We ask that you bless everyone here, bless those that cannot be here, and bless this food to our bodies. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Okay, Mike Parker with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Marilyn with the anthem.
My country to the big, sweet land of liberty, of the I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of thy pilgrims pride, from every mountainside, let freedom bring.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to speed things up a little bit here today because our program is going to take a little bit. So we want to go through these items pretty quick. But how about any sunshine report?
I have a couple cards back here for Ron Stopper. One, he's in Swedish hospital, had a stroke. And the other one is for Greg, first wife Betty. She has cancer. And then I sent flowers to Ron and to Anita Bowles.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Penny. And then how about introduction of guests?
Lion Carrie Ann, or President Lion Carrie Ann, and guests, fellow Lions. We have Diane Kavanaugh, Mike Kavanaugh, Bob Kavanaugh, and Dale Wheeler, a guest of Cheryl Coates.
We can move on to Happy Bucks.
Yay! Let me get your money out. This Palmer. Current treasurer until he dies. Pat Palmer.
Well, I know I missed doing it on the first week, but I just like the way this one sounds. President Carrie Ann, with all my guests. Here's a happy $5. I had the most wonderful time in Alaska. I've said it to a dozen people if they would stand still long enough to listen. But the air and the water up there, boy, it just calms your soul. Or at least it did for me. It was odd. I ended up doing a couple of internet searches while I was up there trying to figure out things to do and places to go. And yes. The Palmer Bar in Palmer, Alaska absorbed about 50 of my dollars that one afternoon. It was a very lovely time. I got some t-shirt and I got a bumper sticker to prove it. Seward, Alaska is the place where you can look through the corner and see the rest of the world. And it is an amazing, amazing place.
I was married to
It's always good to just get away. But you want to know something that's even better? It's coming back and make sure that we're all here to work for our community, do the right thing for each other. God bless you.
Lion Dwayne Smith.
President Carrie Ann, all Lions and guests, I had the great pleasure of riding along with two past district governors from our club down to Camas 85th anniversary celebration. It was a great party. I would encourage everyone to consider going on visitation. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you. Okay, that's
Carrie Ann, fellow Lions and guests, I'm going to keep this $5 fairly short. First of all, very happy that we are coming into Fair Week. I know it's going to be a busy time, but we earn a lot of our money that way. I'm looking forward, signed up for a couple shifts, so looking forward to actually having time. Quote of the week, Charles Dickens this time. No one is useless in this world who lightens the burdens of another.
Nice, thank you. Okay, PCC, Mr. Hal Holland.
Hey, President Carrie Ann, fellow Lions and guests. Last week I told you how happy my brother was gone. I'm really happy he's back. So, whatever. Hey, it's just really weird. Look where I'm sitting. I'm not used to this after 3-4 years up there. Yeah, thank you, Mike. PDG Mike. I am just really happy that we'll know something in a couple, 2.5 weeks. That's what I'm happy about. Be sure to cast your ballot.
Oh, now you're, yeah, okay. Thank you. Okay. Wandering down this aisle. Yeah. No? Aye. No? Oh, no, you bought all those tickets. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was an advertising dollar. Oh, sorry.
He put in $5.
Oh, hello, sir. I didn't know you were coming. Oh, yes, thank you. Steve.
Thank you, lovely Gail Twisters. I'll keep it brief. We don't use the word short in our household. President Carrie Ann, fellow Lions and guests. The other day, I was washing my clothes and I forgot to take my wallet out of my pocket. And so today we have a laundered $1 bill. So that'll be my contribution. Thank you. Carolyn, did you have a?
You got the mic, you introduced him. Yes, Mr. Governor.
President Carrie Ann, fellow Lions and guests. I'm kind of speechless after that. So I just have a happy back to see some good Fort Vancouver Lion friends. Welcome.
Anyone else? Oh. Pass, Mr. Governor. I keep just saying that. I'm just going to put on everybody's title. Mike Parker.
President Carrie Ann, fellow Lions and guests. First $1 for Ron Stoffler. When I got the call from Bill Pontius the other day, he had just talked to Ron's wife and they were only giving him less than a week. But the next day I got a much better phone call. It was much improved. The other one is prayers for Betty First. I understand she's not doing well at all. The third one, oh my God, I don't need Third one, the program we have today, I saw down in Fort Vancouver a few weeks ago. It's a very interesting program. I hope you enjoy it as much as I did.
Thank you. Anyone else? You don't even have a badge on. This is not fair. Oh. John Searing, who finally got the badge. Isn't wearing it. Oh. Oh, it's a red badge. So it's finally.
We have your name on it.
President Carrie Ann had here's about $1 for Happy. He spent the day with Mark Kelts yesterday at a semi-class reunion. And then another $1 is a week moment. I signed up for 3 shifts on the.
Okay.
I don't know nothing about the check. I made you beer.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I just kind of wandering around, right?
Bob, you actually trained
Okay. That's Mr. Governor. Is that correct?
president of the Fort Vancouver Lions. We're kind of short of cash, but we'll contribute anyway. It's a long drive from Vancouver. I'm very pleased to be here at the invitation of past District Governor Mike Parker, and you're going to love the program today.
And I'm another half of the program, another part of the program. I want to also say thank you to Marilyn Patterson, who put something out that Mike saw that is now the result that we're going to go to Louisville. Yes, to the forum in the USA Canada. Our first time.
Oh, so much fun. You'll love it.
Great. Anyone else? No? Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Larry. I'm Larry. All right.
Mary Ann from the Lions, Indiana. That's a kind of a happy, sad dollar. You might notice the bandage on my forehead. The surgeon had to take the carcinoma off, but they got it all. So that's a happy dollar.
Oh, yes. And Larry, before you take that bite, I'm going to pass the mic over so we can introduce our guest speakers.
No, I think I have to do too much introduction here because they kind of introduced themselves already. Then Mike Kavanaugh and his wife Diana are here from Fort Vancouver Lions. He is currently the president, as he said, and they've been doing this program for about a year now. But they've had several hundred presentations already, so they're pretty well practiced. Glad I'm up here, and I hope you all enjoy it as much as Mike did. I haven't seen it yet either.
Microphone here for you. Hold it up to you. Stand up so that they can see you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
My name's Bob Kavanaugh, and I'm president of the Clark County Council of the Blind, which is affiliated with the Washington Council of the Blind, and I'm going to let my parents, Diana and Mike, talk a little bit about what we're doing today, and then I'll come back.
And like I said, my name is Mike Kavanaugh. I'm the president of the Fort Vancouver Lions Club. The program we're doing today is called Grandpa's White Cane. And we differ a little bit in our presentation. I'm a former Braille transcriber, so we add a Braille component to it. And you'll all get a chance to learn some Braille.
Get a pencil out. Get a pen. No fair, David.
If you have a paper and pencil handy, that would be very helpful for when it comes to doing your Braille exercise.
Okay. Okay, and I'm Diane Kavanaugh. I happen to be treasurer of the Fort Vancouver Lions. I have a few copies of the book that we'll be able to pass around, but usually our program to the third graders is it starts out that we meet with the teachers the week before, not the year before, and give them the book so that they have an opportunity to read it to the kids. Since you all haven't read the book, a brief summary here. Grandpa loses his sight, and then he attends a school for veterans who are visually impaired and regains his confidence. After sharing these experiences with his grandson, educating other children about the tall white cane becomes his goal. His story is told and illustrated in this children's book that was originally supported by Spearfish Lions Club in South Dakota. Okay? So, back to Bob. Step on up to the...
So, a little bit about me and my story. As my mom just said, the book tells the story of this grandfather who has lost his sight. I was born blind, and so I went to public school, graduated from public high school, graduated from Clark College with a certificate in web development, currently looking for work. And in the meantime, I do all kinds of stuff. I ski, I paddleboard, I do all kinds of stuff. So, yeah. What are we doing?
Kane's part, okay.
At this point, when we're doing a third grade class, we divide the class into 3 groups. And so it's going to be a little bit more difficult to do that here, but I keep one group and talk about Braille. We'll get to that in a minute. Bob takes one group and we pass out these wooden dowel white canes. And if you'd like to come up and volunteer and pretend to be a blind third grader, you're more than welcome to do that. We had all our members of Fort Vancouver walk around and stumble around, and they did great.
Give one to David.
David already knows how to use it.
All right. More volunteers. Oh, I will.
Don't be shy.
Mr. Parker.
I did it down your way. Let these guys. You guys do it.
Grab David back there in the brown shirt. Reddish brown shirt.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, Bob. Hey, Bob. Hey, Bob.
On this side.
So keep the cane on the floor, please. We have to give that instruction to the third graders too.
Yeah.
The cane is not a weapon or a toy. Keep it on the floor.
Get the guys just like we
So the idea here is you might want to spread out just a little bit. The idea is to close your eyes, pretend that you're blind, and see how hard or easy it is to find your way around someplace. So,
See if you can go down the edges here and back, okay? And the audience needs to be somewhat quiet. Okay.
yeah, no helping from the audience. You gotta keep the tip of the cane on the floor.
I don't hear you guys tapping. Okay. I hear some tapping.
It's weird how you feel like you're balanced.
Okay, let's freeze in place. Freeze in place. Anybody else want to give it a try?
Oh, come on, we had brave people at our group, we had probably 9 or 10 people that tried it, come on.
How many?
That's a lot so fast.
Those of you with canes, if you'd pass them back to Diane and take your seat, we'd appreciate it. And come on, let's have some other volunteers.
My balance was out during that too. So it's weird. It's just, yeah.
Okay, a couple more. We'll give a couple more people a couple of minutes to try it, and then we'll move on.
Did you notice Steve walking aimlessly?
I'm going to hand the microphone back to Bob, and he can tell you a little bit about what it was like to get some training in, or they call it orientation and mobility.
Yeah, so, I mean, essentially, when you get the training, you're taught basically what to listen for when you're out in the community. So, you know, you're taught, you know, the basics of using a cane, and then you're taught basically how to listen for traffic to cross the street, and what else did I say? Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that.
No, what else to say?
How'd you like that experience? Okay, while I'm passing out some Braille cards, Diane's going to talk about the do's and don'ts of interacting with a blind person.
So, when we do this with third graders, I always start by asking, what is the very first thing that you should do when you encounter a blind person? Say hi. Introduce yourself, yeah. Especially if I suspect even David, who knows a lot of you, probably doesn't know everyone's voices. So introducing yourself is always a good thing to do when you're talking with a blind person. And if you want to shake hands, how do you go about that?
Take their hand.
Say, I'm going to shake your hand.
Say, yes. Yeah, you wouldn't want somebody to just grab you. So you tell them your hand is out, or that you'd like to shake your hand, because they can't foresee your hand that is out. A lot of the third graders will say, ask them if they need help right off the bat. But, you know, introducing yourself and talking with them a little bit before offering help is a good thing. Also, if a blind person says no, thank you, hey, that's great, right? Independence for a blind person is a wonderful thing. And encouraging them to be independent is really important. You've heard Bob say, and I know David does too, enjoy a lot of different activities, and that's always important to encourage them to socialize and to be involved. Today we're doing a lot of what the next bullet point is, educating people about visual impairment and blindness. One of the things that I still work on is giving directions. It really is helpful to say over there, isn't it? I caught myself doing it here just now. What are some good directions? Anybody?
North, south, east, or west?
Does work.
Blind person tried that years ago.
Actually, some blind people are really good with that kind of directions, but just like the rest of us, some are not. Hi, Harlan?
Left, right, or the clock.
Left, right, or the clock. The clock is a really good one too, because because particularly with regards to anything that is circular, like the dinner plate, you know?
Unless, of course, you tell them it's a digital clock.
You never use that.
And you want to orient the clock to their perspective, not yours.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't help to say 6 o'clock when it's pointing to you, right? It's not, it's noon. Good visual descriptions of the scenery is also important as best you can do. You know, one of the things that sometimes is helpful when I am sighted guide for Bob is to say things like, yeah, there's a low tree branch coming up on the sidewalk. You need to duck. But he's also very curious, and so a lot of times we have a large running commentary about what kinds of things, businesses or parks or whatever that are around us as particularly driving in the car. And that can be hard because it goes fast. Anyway, we don't want to be overprotective. One of the things that is funny is a lot of people don't want to say the words look or see, but a lot of blind people don't mind. Do you see that, or do you see as in understand a lot of times? It's fine, yeah. You don't want to leave a blind person without letting them know that you're leaving, just like when you arrive, right? And you would think here on this next one that I would have this figured out. Don't forget to put things back where you found them and don't rearrange.
One thing I learned from David taught me, is if you want to help someone to get from point A to point B, don't grab their arm and drag them, let them take you on.
Right. You don't take over when a blind person is trying to do. You give space for their own. And I want to speak to a blind person through someone else. One of the things that is still challenging, we go out to a restaurant and the server will ask me, what does he want? Well, he can order for himself, right? So, yeah. So that's kind of the list of suggestions that we have that are in the back of the book that we go over with the third graders. And so now we'll turn it over to Mike for the third part of our program.
So this is where you get your paper and pencil out, because we're going to go through this card. Hopefully you have I usually have a whiteboard that I write on in the classroom, so I usually start and ask the kids, who invented Braille? Except David. Who invented Braille? Anybody? Yes, his name is Braille, Louis Braille. Louis Braille was a Frenchman in the early 1800s. And I always tell the third graders, I ask the third graders, have your parents ever said, don't touch? How many parents have always said, don't touch?
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, Louis Braille went out and touched some of his dad's tools. His father was a tanner, a leather maker. So Louis got curious one day, grabbed a big sharp awl, started to try and poke it through the leather. Well, the tool slipped, jabbed himself in the eye. The infection spread to the other eye, and that's how he lost his sight. So when your parents say, don't touch something, don't touch. Then he invented Braille for the French army way back when. And this card today is what the Braille alphabet has turned into. In just below the halfway point of the card, you'll see what's the Braille cell, how it's labeled, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So like I said, I usually have a whiteboard and third graders are a little more, need a little more help. But if I tell them,
You're smarter than third graders.
Some of us are.
Most of us aren't even smarter than a fifth grader.
Smarter than a third, but less than a fifth, right? So, you'll also look at about the halfway point. There's a dot that says capital sign. That would be dot 6, which means the very next symbol is going to be capitalized. So, at the bottom of your card, there's a secret message. And I tell this to the kids. Braille is a code, it's not a language, so they get to decode this message. So, with your paper and pencil, see if you can decode the secret message. First word is this.
Uh,
The first word is this.
This is
Way to go, John.
Yeah, you're doing good.
Did you look or did you feel?
W.
David, can you come help me?
No help from David. Or Bob.
Okay, sorry, Mike.
So like I said, we do this in 3 groups, the canes, the do's and don'ts, and the Braille. And each session lasts about 8 to 10 minutes, so we're usually done within an hour. And then we come back after the 3 sessions and do a Q&A, which we'll do in just a minute. And out of all these 3rd grade classes we've been to, some 300 kids, you said? I would say 1 to 2% can get the whole entire message. And I'd say almost 50% can get at least the first half of this message. And to save you the trouble, unless you don't want me to tell you, I will tell you the answer.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
Do it at the end.
Give us 2 more minutes. And then,
We got time.
we got plenty of time.
Do it at the end.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, you got it. You got that. That's right. That's right.
David?
Written in.
No helping, David.
That wasn't David.
4 seconds, right? Is that right, David? We should have a contest between David and us.
No, thanks, Al. If Mike doesn't want me to help you, then I'm not allowed to do it. Right, Mike?
Yes, no helping. They're supposed to be 3rd graders without any help.
Okay.
I think that's a skill, but not the patience.
Oh, okay. I often tell the kids that it took me 1 entire school year to learn how to Braille. I went to the Washington Talking Book and Braille Library and in downtown Seattle, and they had a 1-year course on Braille transcription. And how much did this fantastic course cost? Any guesses on how much it costs to do this course?
$10,000.
10,000, no.
Nothing.
Nothing. It cost nothing to do this course at the Washington Talking Book and Braille Library. Why? Because they want whoever wants to learn Braille, who's ever enthusiastic enough to learn Braille, they will teach you. The only thing they ask in return is 1 year of volunteer transcription once you complete the course. And for me, that was a no-brainer.
I've heard there's an anti-Braille group out there. I don't get that.
We went to a conference back in 1995 in Chicago, and it was a low vision conference. Now, there's the difference between low vision and blindness is like that far.
Yes. And is that why?
And I think that's probably why. If you're blind or have no vision, it's a no-brainer. If you have some sight, people don't want to, they want to be independent. They don't want to learn Braille. So,
I see.
there's
I
a...
see.
Brown. So yes, there's a huge difference between somebody who has a little bit of sight that doesn't want to learn Braille and the people who are blind that want to learn Braille. And of course, today's technology, everything comes right out of the box. Bob can demonstrate some of the apps that he's got on his phone that you don't need to learn Braille, which is really a sad thing, because if you can't see, I think you really need to learn Braille.
Do you have a Braille version of this for David?
We do not.
Sorry, sorry. Flyer on the MD-19.
Read it to him, Al.
It is on bar. You're talking about the book or the brochure?
The brochure.
Okay.
Want to give me my copy? 'Cause I didn't know about it.
Yeah, you should mention that.
Then we could have it translated.
Yeah, I don't remember how you find it, but I know the book is on bar.
Okay.
What's bar?
The oh, what's it stand for? It's the reading service, but it's run by NLS. I don't remember what it stands for, but.
Yes.
Can you explain how the app works on his phone since he can't see?
Yes, we'll do that in just a minute.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, are we done with the secret code, or do we need more time? Do we need more time, or are we done?
I'm done.
Done? Okay.
I am anyway.
For those of you who didn't quite figure out the secret message at the bottom of the card, and I always write it on the back for the teacher of the third graders, it says, this is written in Braille. Can you read it?
Great.
So then I tell the kids, now you know a secret code, you can pass messages amongst all your friends.
Oh, that'd be fun.
So we'll do a little Q&A.
Well, and actually, before I hand it over to Bob, so the brochure that I handed out is from the Knights of the Blind, which is a committee of MD-19. It's been in place, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. I think it's listed on there. But and I apologize that I ran out of flyers, didn't get them to you in the back. So you can, yeah. So this committee is actually how we got the Grandpa's White Cane program going. But there are other things that the Knights of the Blind Committee does as well. Anything basically that has to do with supporting the community of blind and low vision individuals. Fishing derbies, Easter egg hunts, all of those kinds of things. And so one of the reasons that we were delighted to do this program today is to invite you, somebody in your group, to become involved in the Knights of the Blind, and maybe do this program in your local schools or sponsor some other kind of an event for the blind and low vision in your community. All right, Bob. Up to go. Okay.
Okay, so, did we want to do?
Yeah, start with your phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell them a couple apps.
So, let's see here. So,
Want me to hold it while you hold your phone?
yeah, for a minute.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to. Let's see, what do I want to demonstrate here?
Be my
Start
eyes.
with your money.
Okay, let's go there.
So he's swiping to find the app.
Okay, and then.
So while he's doing that, one of the conventions that found out that South Carolina, I think, Lions do a blind golf tournament.
Oh, wow.
And they raise $100,000 for that thing.
Wow.
Wow.
So I can get you in contact with the person. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay. So I've got my app open here, and so where's my? Where's the mic?
Based
Oh,
on
there
my
it is.
score, it looks like.
Nope.
I don't know if you can hear it.
Yeah.
Turn your volume up.
I'm trying to. Move the mic. Did you hear that?
The phone is not,
No.
the mic is
Turn
not
your
picking
volume
up.
up.
Is your volume all the way up?
There.
Did you hear it?
Did you hear that? It's kind of faint, but
Yes. Okay.
that's one of the apps he has on his phone to tell him currency.
Yeah.
So, okay. Go ahead, just set it down. Okay, go ahead.
Do you hold the bill up to the phone and release it?
Yeah, the camera on the phone, yeah.
So how do you find the app to do that?
Go ahead.
The phone talks, so, yeah. Well, I mean, you heard how it talks like that. That's just the voice on the phone. Yeah.
A little bit. Hard for them to hear. Okay.
So basically, what I saw you doing is as you were swiping, it was telling you the name of the app. And when
Yeah.
you got to the app you wanted, you double tapped on
Yep.
it.
Yep.
Got it.
Describe that again so that people who can't hear in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yep. And so I double tap and then, what's this? Yeah, so that's,
So when you got your phone, you had to ask for that?
I just had to set it up. The iPhone, that's built into the iPhone, so,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
yeah.
We,
That's one of the reasons we picked Apple over any of the other phones, is because Apple is basically all set up.
That's fine, 50 cents.
Although a lot of Android products have gotten better, but Apple was like the forerunner of.
okay, ask for questions.
So, yeah. Does anyone else have any questions?
Questions.
Anyone have any questions?
No questions? Ah, there we go. Okay.
Hang on.
When we were doing this Braille stuff, obviously I had to look, obviously, but how, I realize you get your senses better in different parts of your body, but I couldn't do it with a fingertip, figure out where these dots are.
So how do you
How long
read?
does it take it, or is that the way it works?
Yeah, you use it with your fingers. Yeah, I guess practice.
Well, I have to tell you, like I said, we went to this conference in Chicago in 1995 when he was like 2 years old. And the keynote speaker, who I just loved, said, introduce Braille, get like a Braille labeler, and put Braille all over the house. I mean, of course, he doesn't know what it says, but that's beside the point. That's beside the point. He's exposed to it, and that, I think, in my opinion, is why he's such a good Braille reader, is he was introduced to it at an early age.
I would think there might be some difference in quality with the Braille books, of how deep is your butt, how well it's embossed.
Yeah, how do you read Braille books?
It can be, but not really. I think most books are, pretty decent quality.
Once you learn the alphabet.
Yeah, yeah.
Way in the back.
So I own a printing business, and a local customer wants to make Braille signs so that people getting on the bus know what route it is. Is that a service that you would use as a blind person?
That's an interesting question. So the signs would be where? On the...
Somewhere on, I'm imagining they're on the entryway to the bus, and I've been trying to solve this problem for 6 months.
Okay.
And your brochure has given me more leads than I've had in
Well, I think...
You ride C-Van, don't they announce, doesn't the bus announce?
I really would appreciate some.
Yeah, so the bus, so nowadays a lot of the buses talk, and so you do have an audible announcement. I don't know given that I think if I understand correctly, I think the buses actually change dynamically based on what route there are. So I don't think that would be, I don't think you'd be able to braille that. What I have seen though is particularly at transit centers on the bus stop itself, they have braille on the stop itself, and then I think let me try and think here. I think there might be some agencies that are trying to put the route number on the stop as well. I haven't actually seen that, but I feel like I've heard of that before, where they're trying to put.
My suggestion has been to have a removable sign that goes, and so as the bus moves around and does different routes, the sign can come out and go into a holder. But then it would be to make it real enough so that a blind person can know where to look, where to find it, where to look for it.
That is an interesting suggestion. I think that's definitely something that I've never seen before, but I think that would be kind of an interesting concept.
Thank you very much for your help.
I kind of get where you're going with that. Maybe something like in the window or something, just next to the door that the rider could. Interesting.
Audio makes more sense.
One gets in my career.
Okay, there was another question over here somewhere.
Marilyn, did you have a question?
I had a question, but wonder if baby was a time.
Okay. Marilyn.
How many schools have you been out to now
Oh, gosh.
8, I think, 8 or 9.
in Vancouver area?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, Bob, I'll take it. Yeah, Washington Elementary. Yeah, Ogden was the most fun. They had 4 classes at Ogden Elementary. We went there on 2 separate days. And the second time we went, the first class, one of the first classes, had written thank you notes for us afterwards. It was incredibly gratifying because they a lot of times talked about either something that they had heard in the do's or don'ts, or how interesting it was to use the cane practice or the braille. So it's been a really fun program. Yeah, about 320 kids that we have presented to over the last school year. One more thing I wanted to mention actually about braille. It isn't necessarily that Bob or any other blind person has better senses. It's just practice, like everything else. Just practice. You know, he has to use his fingers, and so he gets a lot of practice with it. Okay? Oh, and you have some comment.
And I was gonna say, and you have the perfect opportunity here with David, and I'm sure a volunteer would step up.
I agree to do it if somebody wants to.
Yay!
We can help you get started. Okay, Marilyn.
Thank you. So to get into the schools, did you go directly to the school districts or a elementary school independently?
I emailed the teachers of the 3rd grade classrooms directly. I always copied the principal of the elementary school as well. I didn't get responses all the time, but that was okay. The ones that responded, we worked with and scheduled. But yeah, it was kind of a, not really cold call, but cold email. And like I said, we ended up presenting at least once a month for the entire school year. So, okay, back to you. Any other questions?
Okay. Thank you, and we'd be happy to come up and get you off the ground with the program.
Thank you.
Thank you. What an amazing program, you guys. Thank you so much.
Should I get it or just the one?
I'll present to you our Longview Pioneer Lions mug for you guys to take back to Vancouver with you. And then we're going to, maybe if you guys have additional questions, feel free to follow up with them after our meeting. We'll go to the announcements. We have a microphone available. We've got Bob Piper, we're going to start with. Bob right here.
Yeah, party in my house. President Gary Hansel, Lions and guests. Fair starts tomorrow. Surprise. Couple of things. Well, sign-ups, we got lots of holes yet, so we still need sign-up sheets over here. There's 7 pages of sign-up. So go over there and check to see what you can do. Parking is like it is at the fair every year. I believe it's the Kiwanis have the parking lot. They charge like $5. We've got some passes, or Pat's going to get me some passes, but you try to get a hold of me probably tomorrow morning. Yeah, he'll get them to me this afternoon. If you need a pass, to save yourself some money, charge $5 a day, that's $20. No admission to the fair. But if you wear some Lions gear, you can usually walk right in and say I'm helping with the Lions Club. I've never been stopped, so. But they don't charge except to get into the rodeo, yeah.
Will you have the back gate on the fence behind the?
I will have that little gate unlocked, if you want, but most people come in the big gate when they take the tickets, so. Any other questions about how to get to where you're needed? Mark.
Just real quickly, the start times are 4 o'clock. What time do they open the gate?
They actually open the gate usually at 5, and the concert or the rodeo starts at 6, and it runs till 8 or 9 o'clock.
Popcorn might be more like 4:30.
Oh, yeah, well, we start popcorn about noon, probably. Just so we can get ahead on that.
Is Terry going to hide in the back of that big room again like he normally does?
Oh, probably, yeah.
So everybody's okay?
I need more room
Okay.
in there.
Yeah. We'll do something a little different this year. We're going to have a hot dog wagon, which Rick is going to run, so hopefully some of the line will be cut down just for hot dogs. And that's about it, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, right, where to go?
Chili and winter.
So is the hot dog wagon by the?
Yeah. It's actually the old storage or beer wagon. Yeah. Rick, are you working in there? Okay, Rick is there, pretty well got that covered. That's about it. Just make sure to sign up. It's going to be a busy 4 days, I hope. Weather looks much better than it's been the last couple of years.
Yes, it
Last year
does.
was horrible.
Yes, thank you, Bob. We can, go ahead, Penny, but then pass it over to Terry. Okay, yep. Terry Woodruff is up next.
Very, very good thing. President Terry Anthony, Lions and Guests, I'd like to have an awards meeting over there after me. Thank you.
Okay,
Where? Over there.
all right.
Yonder.
To the left, Terry, to the left. Terry's left.
And then to Steve Patterson. Go ahead, Pat.
Hey, because I'm involved with way too many groups, I've also got an invitation for you grandpas and grandmas in the room. If you have a child who has an entrepreneurial spirit, the Kelso Business and Community Association is putting together Kelso Kids Bridge Market, meaning we're going to get young people together. They can bring whatever it is they want to sell. It's going to be underneath the Allen Street Bridge and where the Kelso Police Department is. And it'll be like a little farmer's market for kids.
Oh.
Of course, Coffees Today is going to sponsor it. I'll pay $1 or
That's
whatever.
really cool.
The key here is that if you have a young person in your life that has that kind of spirit, please take one of these and have them scan the QR code. They know how to do that, by the way. And, better than I do. And what we can do is get some more kids interested in how it is that our community stays together and works together. So I have these here. Thank you.
President Carrie Ann, Lions and guests, sit. While Hey Bob and crew are over at the fairgrounds, I'll be at the lake. And we're going to sell hamburgers and hot dogs, a little bit of kettle corn, it'll be all pre-popped. But I still need some helpers. I'm looking for a cashier and a couple of people to be rovers. Beyond that, I'll have to make a few phone calls, but I need a cashier really badly. Thank you. If you can help, give me a ring. Cheryl?
I'll do it.
Cheryl?
This is Sharon.
If you get my name right, I might do it.
That's Steve, he's a little short on that.
Oh, humble one. Yes, sir, I will. Thank you. Sharon,
I'll
I'll
do
put
it
it down.
at the lake for Thursday, yes.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Sharon.
You'll be my cashier.
Sharon.
He did get it right the second.
Yeah,
We are all done with the announcements, so if you guys want to get your blue ticket out, we'll pick that blue ticket.
Sorry.
he's off by one.
We've got a number at 9345779. Jay's got the blue ticket. Yeah. Okay. And so we'll pick the red ticket while that's going on. We've got 760466. Red ticket. That's Pat back there. Very good. Good job. I wrote it down on here too, Leroy. Okay, 6 of diamonds. Where would you like your funds to go? Sight and hearing. Okay. Sight and hearing. Okay, so don't forget, we do have a board meeting this Thursday.
Yep.
We have a board meeting this Thursday at 8 a.m.
Desserts.
Sorry,
Dessert.
I know, I forgot an announcement, though. Leroy just reminded me I forgot an announcement. Board meeting at Life Mortgage, so don't forget we have that new location. Life Mortgage this Thursday, 8 a.m.
Are they going to be there from now on?
They are going to be there from now on.
Okay.
Yes, that is our permanent change. Okay. Okay, so baked goods.
Oh,
Yay.
And Larry Hanson gets whatever.
Oh, nice, Larry.
I don't see Jay. I think he already left. I think I need to take those for him.
That's right. Okay, well, it is that time. Thanks you guys for coming today. It was nice to see everyone, and have a good afternoon.